Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another breakfast with Blaha. And today I'm having fat-free Greek yogurt, frozen cherries, almond butter. All right, made a video weeks ago, came up weeks ago, and discussing why we shouldn't use genetic outliers, right? Or outliers in general when giving good advice. And I had someone come in with the standard line, but Jason, Dorian, Yates didn't have good genetics. He beat all these people with better genetics than him because his training was more intelligent. All right, I'm gonna say this as politely as humanly possible. If you are gullible enough and that much of a goddamn brain dead, stupid fucking moron to believe a scam sales pitch like that, you deserve to lose every penny that you have to scam artists for the rest of your stupid fucking life. That's the nicest way possible I could say that. Like, think about how fucking stupid you have to be. How fucking goddamn stupid you have to be to believe a sales pitch like that. Wow. Wow. No, he had superior genetics. He won the Mr. Olympia like 8 fucking times. No, his training wasn't intelligent. He was more injured than any other Mr. Olympia in recorded history. His training wasn't intelligent. Hey, do you know why people believe when Dorian says this line? Because he said it, that's it. Because it's a sales pitch that he has used in every single podcast and interview he has done for over 20 years. So because he says it all the time, people believe it. People say, well, why would he make up something like that? Because bodybuilding has been his entire life, his entire career, his whole life. He needs to make a living at it. And if you want to continue to sell training and workout programs and stuff for 10 years, 20 years, whatever, you better have a good sales pitch. And that is his sales pitch. All right? That's all it is. Anyone who does not think this guy was extremely genetically blessed did not look at his younger pictures competing. Keeping in mind, guys, I am not a bodybuilding fan. I don't like bodybuilding. I have no interest in watching bodybuilding, but I do understand the fundamentals behind it. You know, just like I don't know a lot about tennis, but I know enough about sports I can watch and figure out what's going on, right? He was very genetically blessed, trained very hard, was also always kind of known for pushing the edge with drugs. Okay? He was experimental with his drugs, both in what he would use and the doses. That's why, if you guys recall, Lee Haney, who he more or less unseated, said his coming era in bodybuilding goes, I'm out because it's going to be chemical warfare now. It's no longer about knowledge or training. It's going to be purely about drugs. And he was talking about Dorian coming in. Right? That is what he is talking about. I'm not saying the man didn't train hard, by the way. No one is saying that. But it was drugs, and was genetically gifted. You know, and people will buy stupid ass sales pitches like this, and it's scary. It's funny, I've always caught flack for calling this stuff out because people try to accuse me of scamming, but I've never scammed anyone out of anything ever on YouTube. Right? Only products I even sell are coaching, which is successful. You guys see the results of my lifters. Okay? Pretty easy to find. That's all I'm selling. It's just coaching. And coaching is not just results. Coaching is a one-on-one service. It's what I do. I give free information. There's no sales pitch, but I watch the sales pitches. I mean, and it's scary. I mean, how many people out there think Michael O'Hearn is natural? And look at all the con stuff that he does. Right? Now, there's other people who jump up and claim natural who there is no, it's not even remotely imaginable to even think that there's a 1% chance some of the people I see who are very popular, who I even like, who claim natural, and tons of people believe them. Come on. Like there's not even a 1% chance. It's not even in that realm. Well, maybe they're just extremely genetically, no, they are genetically gifted. No one's denying that. That doesn't mean you pass natty limits. Take 35 pounds of muscle off them, then we can discuss genetically gifted freaks who are drug free, but not where they are now. But I see it all the time. Bugenhagen, who I like, by the way, but let's just put him in that category. You got to be pretty dumb if you think he's natty. You really do. But the whole thing, look, you got O'Hara, you got guys like Dorian who make these claims, and it's frightening that people will believe it. That's what's scary. That fans of it will mimic it as if it is true. Oh, he said it. Well, it's what I've heard, but why did you hear it? You heard it because he said it as a sales pitch over and over and over and over and over. Doesn't make it true. Listen, it's genetically gifted. The guy was a monster. And he was a genetic freak. He was a genetic freak who did push the limits. And that was really what got him there. It's really what got him a lot of where he was. Yeah, he did train harder. I will admit that. Because if you go watch some of the guys train from that era who he was beating, a lot of them were lazy. Really lazy. I'm old enough to remember when you used to be able to see footage of this stuff, the DVDs and whatever, VHS. These guys would put out, they'd be on sometimes make it on the ESPN workout show, and you see their workouts. Yeah, a lot of them were really, really, really lazy. They would just pump on cables for 20 rep sets. And that's it. That's how they train. So he did train harder. He pushed the limit on drugs. But he was not some genetically average guy who just trained really smart, because he didn't even train smart. It wasn't intelligent. And it's still not to this day. It's a good way to get hurt. But he did train harder. But keep this in mind, guys. When people say things like that, you've got to step back and ask, is this truth, or is this a sales pitch that's been repeated over and over and over until everyone believes it? Right? It's a sales pitch. And again, you have to be stupid to believe it, or really naive and like 12 years old. If you're a grown man, though, if you're 23 years old, 25, 30 years old, and you believed all that, I actually do mean what I said earlier in the video. You really do deserve that. Because you're that dumb. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.